We didn't really talk to her. So I had like my friends that I hung out with. She was telling people she was scared of us. Like she was scared to talk to us, to be around us. I don't know why. I guess, maybe she just thought we was mean girls or something like that. But over time, I guess she kind of warmed up to us and she ended up asking me to.
Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Shaneria if you are new here and don't know that. And if you are returning, hello, how are you? You know how we like to do it. You know, when you see me, we're about to start a reaction video. And if you are new here, please subscribe and join the family. Let's get straight into today's reaction video.
Hey y'all, I'm sure most of y'all are already aware, and for those who don't know, I just got through doing 2 years and 3 months at Pekin Federal Prison Camp. Oh my god. Yeah, so I decided that I wanted to talk about it a little bit more in detail and share some of my stories, what led to it, how it went, things that happened, basically give you an update on what's going on now. So this is my very first video that I'm going to be doing, and yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. I made a promise to myself that I was going to dedicate the very first video that I made to a woman named Naya, who was there with me at the camp. She was only 26 years old, and I just wanted to tell her story because I doubt that anybody is like really advocating for her or telling her story. So we call her Naya. I don't even want to butcher her name. She was African, y'all. I think her name was Naya Kwath. We call her Naya though, Naya Mac. She had came to Pekin on a violation, so she wasn't even going to be there for long. When Naya first got there, we didn't really talk to her, so I had like my friends that I hung out with. She was telling people she was scared of us, like she was scared to talk to us, to be around us. I don't know why. I guess, maybe she just thought we was mean girls or something like that. But over time, I guess she kind of warmed up to us and she ended up asking me to do her dreads, retwist her dreads. And that's how we hit it off. She started hanging out with me and the other girls that I was hanging out with. And come to find out, she was hilarious, fucking hilarious. Like when I tell you, if you just sat with her for 5-10 minutes, she would have you laughing, crying, tears falling out on the floor. She used to always say, my hairstylist gonna get my hair together. We ended up bonding, getting really close because she started working with me and my other friends in the kitchen. And she would be like, oh, my coworkers. She was so funny. She was so full of life. Oh my God, I just can't express how lively she was, how happy she was, how she walked in the room and made everybody laugh and made everybody feel, in good spirits. One day, her and another woman came to me and she was asking me to make her a scarf. She was telling me she had really bad asthma and that she needed a scarf. And so I made a little joke out of it, but she was like, no, I'm serious. I really need a scarf. And the other woman that she was with was like, yeah, she really needs a scarf because she keeps having asthma attacks in the middle of the night. The woman said one time I had to, bring her back. So I'm like, oh, I got you. I'm like, okay, I'll make you a scarf. So about a day or two later, me and my homegirl, the one I was really cool with, we was sitting in the TV room. We was watching TV, and Naya walked past. She knocked on the glass and she made this little face at us, like it was a little face. It was an inside joke. Nobody would understand, but she made the face at us, and me and the other girl, we started cracking up laughing. And that was the last time that we got to see her alive. So we're not thinking anything is like wrong with her or anything, because like I said, when she walked past us, she was making jokes. But we're just sitting in the TV room. We hear everybody screaming like, call 333, call 333. And so we're running to go see what the problem is. So we make it down to her where she was living. And it's that same woman who came to me, they were talking about the scarf. She was holding her like this. And I didn't know what was going on. Oh Lord. Oh God. But yeah, she was holding her like this. And then there was these 3 men, the security guards. One of them was like the lieutenant. I don't know none of their names, anything like that. I didn't even know all of their roles. I don't know. But it was 3 security guards standing right there, literally watching her, standing over her while the other inmate The inmate is holding her in her lap, and the three men is standing up looking down at the girl dying. Like, they just were standing there. And everybody was trying to grab like the inhaler, but she's not conscious, she's not breathing. Somebody was supposed to have been performing CPR. I don't know how to do that, unfortunately. I don't think many of us women knew how to do that. But those three men, those security guards, they are supposed to be CPR certified in order to even work there. And none of them performed CPR. They all just stood there. So they were waiting on a wheelchair. They were waiting on a wheelchair to put her in, to get her to medical or to the hospital, wherever they were trying to take her. So they were just standing there waiting for a wheelchair. She ended up peeing on herself, and the wheelchair comes and they put her in it. Wheelchairs are for people who are conscious, who are up, who can sit up in a wheelchair. They put this unconscious woman in this wheelchair, and she's just falling all over the place. Like, she's not conscious, she's not alive. Like, what are you doing? Why are you putting her in a wheelchair? Like a stretcher or something. She weighed, when I say she was just tall and this skinny, she weighed every bit of 100 pounds. If they wanted to, these are three men, if they really wanted to save her, they could have picked her up, put her over their shoulders, and get her to the hospital or something like that. I understand protocol. I understand how protocol works. Oh, hold on. Let me take it back a second, because they ended up asking, before all of that, they asked for a Narcan, which is also a part of protocol because so many people overdose. So that's the first thing that they go to. So they, Narcanning her to see if she's dying off of drugs or whatever, but that was not the case. So they put her in this wheelchair, right? And they're pushing her, trying to push her down this. We got this long little sidewalk that you start to try to exit out of our camp to go to like the hospital or the doctor's office, wherever. They were trying to take her to our little medical center that we have. No doctors on hand or anything like that. Just, anyway, we'll talk about that later. But they got her in this wheelchair, and one of the other inmate women was grabbing her leg because her leg was falling down, and she was trying to grab her leg to keep her in the wheelchair because she's sliding out of this wheelchair. And the guards tell her, like, go back. And we're watching. All of us are literally watching, looking out the window and the door, watching. They're pushing her in this wheelchair, and her body falls out of the wheelchair onto the ground. It's pouring down raining outside. It's raining outside. She's getting wet. She's dead. And her body falls out of the wheelchair, and they kind of rolled her over with the wheelchair. These three men, they stop and they try to put her back in the wheelchair, walk her down to the end of medical. They take her into the little medical room. We already knew she was dead. We all knew she was dead. So the woman who was holding her had already had contact with her family on the outside. So she hurries up and calls her mom. Her mom's pure African, don't speak no English. So she ended up having to tell the sister what happened. It was April 18th, 2024, on a Thursday. Oh, let me tell y'all, before this happened, we had visits on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Naya's mom and her son was coming for the first time on that Saturday. So she had been asking me to do her hair. She got her feet done. She was making all these jokes about how she's gonna take her shoes off during her visit so her kid can see her feet. She was like, I need my hair done. I'm like, I just did your hair. She was like, yeah, but my son and my mama's coming. I need my hair redone. So I'm like, okay, I'll do your hair. She was so excited to see her son and her mom that Saturday, but she ended up dying that Thursday, so she did not get to see them. So anyway, the woman calls her mom and sister, who are already on their way to come out here to see their daughter, and let them know your daughter just had an asthma attack. Somehow, I don't know what happened. I'm guessing that the family started to call the prison because they evacuated us out of the building. They told all of us to leave the building and that we had to go into the gym. They cut the phones off. We know y'all cut the phones off because y'all don't want her called. Y'all don't know who is the one that called her family. Somebody has called her family. So they cut our phones off and they made us all go to the gym. So they come into the gym and they're talking to us and they're telling us they put her on a ventilator. She's not dead, blah, blah, blah. I guess BOP doesn't want to pronounce people dead on their grounds. So yeah, but we all saw her not breathing. We all saw her urinate. And they told us the reason that the phones wasn't working was because of the storm, which we've had way worse storms than that and our phones were still working. Like, who do y'all think y'all talking to? A bunch of stupid ass kids or something? Like, no, y'all cut them fucking phones off. Y'all making us come to the gym and then y'all lying to us, telling us that she's still alive when we all saw her die. Anyways, they came through with investigators. I don't know if it was the FBI, whoever it was. They wanted to ask us a bunch of questions regarding what had happened and took our statements. I flat out asked the lady who was interviewing me, I'm like, are you guys not CPR certified? Like, aren't you guys supposed to be CPR certified to work here? And she told me, yeah. I said, well, there was 3 men standing there and none of them did CPR. And the most that she said to me was like, well, do you need therapy? Shit, I've never in my life seen somebody die. I have never saw that. I've always been to a funeral and they were already dead. Never have I ever seen somebody die before my eyes. Yeah, that hurt me. This was a girl that I was talking to, always hanging out with, and I'm just watching her take her last breaths. Now, the backstory is she had been constantly going to medical, telling them that she needed her steroid inhaler, and they kept giving her a rescue inhaler, not wanting to give her steroid inhaler. And so at nighttime she would be coughing and can't breathe, and she would go to that rescue inhaler, but it's not doing what she's not getting those breathing treatments she was getting at home. She's not getting that steroid that she needs to help her breathe. Y'all giving her a rescue inhaler, and ultimately it's what led to her dying, because she keeps telling you guys that she can't breathe and that she needs her steroid inhaler, but the BOP doesn't want to fund it. So she ended up dying, which is really fucked up. My son has really bad asthma. I've heard people saying asthma attacks. I guess I never really took that serious until it hit home, and I'm like, you can really just die from having asthma. The girl was 26 years old. The shit was so traumatizing. It was so sad. I don't know what's to come from. I don't know if her mom pressed charges. Like I said, she don't even speak English. I just feel like that could have been prevented. It really could have been prevented had they gave a fuck. For real. She was a black girl. Young black girl. Do they really give a fuck? No. So, like I said, I just wanted to dedicate this first video to Naya. And my heart goes out to her family. Hopefully the camp learn from that situation, and moving forward they take stuff like asthma very seriously.
Y'all, that is so sad. Unfortunately, these jails and prisons and stuff really don't care. If it's expensive to them, they're not gonna take care of the ones that need it, that really need medical attention. And that's why it's a history of people that's in prison, in jail and stuff, losing their lives because either they don't want to treat them right because they still human regardless of what they done, or either they want to save funds. And what y'all saving? Because the people that work in the jailhouse, police officers, sheriffs and stuff are not even getting paid what they should for risking their life. So why y'all trying to save money? Like, what y'all putting the money on? Because your employees is not even getting it. I feel like that prisons and jails and stuff could do better with taking care of their inmates, making sure they're safe from harm's way, whether it's fighting or a medical condition. They could do way better if they stop harvesting money that technically nobody's like, where is the money going to? Like, I'm confused. But if you have a patient in those facilities, meaning somebody that need medical attention, please give them the proper attention. Please get the proper medical people in those facilities. You know, if you fear for their safety, like put them somewhere where you have to escort that inmate to the place so they all won't be in the same building. But I just feel like they lack empathy. They lack emotion. And that's why when somebody's saying something's wrong with them or they don't feel good, these people give them something quick and send them back to their cells. And really, these people are needing the proper medical attention. Like, come on now, be real. And yes, those people need counseling. Like, they're not trained or they're not processing like, I don't know how to say it. They're not educated on death. So when they see a person passing away, of course it's traumatic to them, especially if they've been communicating with that person. If they spend every day 24 hours around each other, these people are going to be hurt. They're going to be devastated. They're still human, like I said. So why wouldn't you think that they're going to need counseling or some kind of grievance assistance because they saw a person that they literally seen or know or spoke to for 24 hours a day pass away? Like, let's be real. Y'all, drop down in the comment section what you think about this story. Don't forget to like, comment, and definitely subscribe to this channel if you are returning. Y'all know how we like to do it. Drop down in that comment section, share this video, and like it. Come on now, y'all. And remember that I have down in the description the people TikTok or whatever on these reaction videos in case you want to go check out their channel and everything. And I also have journals and planners on Amazon. Check them out also. The link is down below. I hope you all have a blessed day. Peace.